You guys, if you don't have a shop vac, get one. They're freaking amazing. They will suck up anything in their way. Why does it look like I have spots on my eyes? Is it the lighting? No. I'm an alien. Hey! Oscar! Did you just bite your sister? Everyone wonders. No, everyone wonders why I say you have an attitude. Well, you just proved it. You proved your attitude, dude. You gonna come at me? I'm just gonna hold you guys right there just because I wanna brush my hair and kind of make myself a little presentable. I feel like when I don't like brush my hair or wash my face or get my day started, I just give myself a bad day. So I'm gonna make myself try and look a little presentable. I really hate my hair. I mean, I really do. I do not like, you guys probably can't tell because I've had it up, but I don't like the layers at all. I just don't like my hair right now. And I would completely chop it off, but I can't because I don't want super short hair. I just want like a cute little style. And obviously it's not working. I'm just spraying some heat protectant in my hair. I need heat protectant in my hair because I will fry it. I've done that many times. I've fried my hair many times. Yes, I have. All right. Oh, I'm going to turn on my bathroom water because the bathroom in my bedroom, if I don't turn the water on at least 10 minutes before I need to use it to wash my face, it will be cold water. It takes like 10 to 15 minutes to warm up. It's not like the most pressure coming out of the tap, but it still takes a really long ass time. So I spoke to someone at the school today who makes the decisions on whether your child can stay in the district or not. I was tired of like talking to people that like really just gave me no answers because they just didn't like care. If it was up to the teachers to make the decision if my kids could stay in their schools, they would say yes, but it's not up to the teachers. So finally, after getting like 7,000 no's telling me, no, your kids have to be in the same district to go to the school, I finally talked to someone who was like, yeah, absolutely. Just your kids would be choice students and you'd have to take them to school every day. Now, I want to stay where I live. Like, I want to stay in my town. I like it here. I like that it has a lot of yard. Like, if I was to move closer to the beach, the yards get smaller and they're more sandy, which I like to garden, so I don't want sand as soil, but I'll take it. Like, I'm not gonna like not take a place because they have sandy soil. Like, I'd just be like an idiot. I'm just saying, I like where we live. I like that it's more rural, that we can have more land and not have our neighbors super close. Like, I like all that, you know? I need to cut my hair short enough that I don't put it up in a ponytail, because that's another issue. I constantly wear my hair in a ponytail. You guys don't see it because when I do my videos, I literally do my hair, my makeup, so that it doesn't look like I'm just a lazy person all the time. But it's a lot easier to throw your hair up than to iron out these bumps from the hair tie. Hair straightener. When I first started my channel, I was really into watching dumpster diving, like super into it. I love like watching it, like all of the stuff you could get from these dumpsters in at Ulta or wherever they were going. I used to watch it constantly. And so one day I was like, I'm going to start going dumpster diving. So I started going dumpster diving and I went to Ulta, and there was like Ulta, Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, like all those places all in one area. So I found out where the Ulta dumpster was, and I started going dumpster diving. And when I tell you the amount of makeup that I found was ridiculous, guys. Like, and I mean like full-blown palettes that weren't damaged, that were brand new, never touched. I found this. This is like a $200 hair straightener, brand new in its box. I guess it was a return, so they threw it out. Usually they cut the cord, but they didn't. They didn't cut the cord. So yeah, I've got this. I got my hair dryer. This is like years ago. I would totally go dumpster diving again and sell what I found, but I would never buy anything that came from a dumpster. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't lie to anybody and be like, oh yeah, this is brand new. I didn't get it from a dumpster. But yeah, I was totally into dumpster diving. Like Bed Bath & Beyond would throw out like Keurigs and all sorts of stuff. I mean, like I found one time I found like a brand new vacuum and a Keurig. The Keurig, I think my sister took. I don't remember if my sister had it or not, but I don't have it. I bought mine. Not that I wouldn't have used it. I would totally have used it, but I think I gave it to my sister. Rugs, candles from Bed Bath & Beyond, like the plug-ins, the smelly, delicious plug-ins from Bed Bath & Beyond, like all of that stuff. You guys, the amount of makeup that I found. And at that time, I didn't really know what high-end makeup was or anything. So I was just pulling out like Too Faced and Stila and Viseart. Like I was pulling out the most amazing makeup, having no idea what it was. Gosh, everything you can imagine. Foundation. And because it was all like, they have stuff that was open and used, and that stuff goes into like certain bags because they have to like dump it or whatever. And then they have the other stuff they just throw out. And I mean, brand new makeup that was just returned. I guess people didn't like it or something. I don't know. Brand new, like still in the packaging. And like when, like all of their displays, like when they start putting new displays on out for like Valentine's Day or Christmas or stuff like that, all of the displays that they have to get rid of, they just throw out. So like all the samples that are basically brand new makeup that has never been touched, they throw that out. Mirrors, nail polish, hair stuff. I mean, anything you could possibly imagine. I never took anything that was used because it always freaked me out. Like I never took anything that was like open. Or like displays that had people's fingers in it. You know what I mean? But because it does freak you out because you just don't know like what's going in there or like who's touching it, or like even if I was touching it and I put it in the trash, it's still unsanitary, you know? So anyway, I found so much stuff in the dumpster. I was a total dumpster diver for about 6 months. I remember making Anne go, like one of the first times that I hung out with Anne, I made her go with me into the dumpster. I don't think she actually went in. I think I was the one that jumped in. But literally we found makeup. Not a lot, but I was like really into it for about 6 months. And then like one day I was just like, I don't want to anymore. And I stopped. I am no longer a dumpster diver, but I will be a dumpster diver. I should go back just to see like what is there. That would be funny. All right, I'm going to go wash my face, get my day started, and maybe put some makeup on. Probably not, but maybe. All right, so I am going to make some chicken corn chowder. I have a ton of corn left over from dinners that I've been making lately, and I have some chicken thighs that I need to cook or they will go bad. I don't have chicken broth, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to boil the chicken thighs and create a chicken broth that way, so I can just use that chicken water, boiled chicken water that's made into broth, for the soup. So that's what I'm going to do right now. What I'm going to do is set you guys up so that I can talk to you guys a little bit while I'm doing this. Get my pot that I got from my husband for Christmas. Fill it with some water. And then I'm going to put these chicken thighs into the water and boil them for probably about an hour. I will add some leftover, like I'll add the celery and some onion in there, some carrots, just to kind of make it like a soup in a way, but I'm going to use the broth. Does that make sense? And then whatever's left over, like the vegetables and, well, I'll use the chicken that's in there, and then whatever vegetables are in there I'm going to use as well for the soup. So it ends up being easier to make my chicken corn chowder. Okay, I've been taking stuff off my shelves and out of my cabinet, so it's everywhere, but I'm moving, so I don't give a shit if my house looks a mess, because of course it's a mess. I'm moving. Anyway, not that my house is like extra neat, because it's not. I have animals and kids, so my house is never super neat, and I'm not a neat freak at all. I've never been a neat freak. My mouth looks weird when I talk. I've never been a neat freak. My husband is a bit of a neat freak, but I've kind of changed that since we've been together since 1900. Anyway. All right, so I wish I had gloves. Normally I do have gloves, but I don't. Right now I ran out, which I should have gotten some, but I forgot. Okay, so I'm going to put chicken thighs in the water. Skin and all, because you want the skin in there for the broth. I have 8. I'm going to put 6 in there, and I'm going to freeze 2 of them because I either have to use them or freeze them. That's what's going on. I really don't want too much in my freezer because I am scared that we won't have a place to go and then I'll have a bunch of food to waste. I can give it to my mother-in-law, but you know, like I'm nervous about that, you know. I don't want to lose all the food we have in the freezer. Okay, so I have all of this corn right here that I need to use because it will just sit in my refrigerator unless like someone wants some corn with their mashed potatoes or something. But I'd rather use it. I'm going to get carrots out for the broth. I got these cutting boards. It looks dirty, but it's not. It's wet right there. But these are just where I cut things and then it dries, you know what I mean? Anyway, I got these cutting boards from Amazon and they're not bad. They're not great, but they're not bad. They weren't very expensive. That's probably why they're not bad, but not great. Okay. I got my big old knife. I have some leftover celery hearts. Well, it's not really celery hearts, honestly. It's just the inside of the celery. See, I buy a lot of celery, a lot of it, because my bunnies love the celery leaves. So I'm always buying celery, but I also freeze it. I'll cut it up and I'll freeze it to like use in soups or stews or in any kind of recipe. But celery leaves are very, very good for broth or any kind of soup. So this is what I'll do. Oh, a leaf fell off. I'll take some celery off of here. As you can tell, see, some don't have leaves. It's because I've given them to my bunnies. So I'll take this one right here and then put the rest back. And then I will wash, and then I'm gonna wash all of the veggies before I put them in the broth. Which I won't put them in the broth just yet. You know what carrots I've been loving lately? These. They are the carrot chips. You guys, I love them so much. I'll just sit and eat a bag of them. They look like this. My bunnies love them. Scarlett loves them. I love them. They're just so tasty. On my community tab that I can keep the girls in the same schools. They'll be choice students. And you guys are commenting on there. And it's so great to see because you guys are so sweet about it. You're like cheering me on as I'm cheering myself on and cheering my kids on. I'm like, yes, girls, we got this. All right, guys, I will come back once I'm ready to chop up all of the veggies and get them ready to be put in the soup. And until the chicken has boiled and I've made my broth, I'm going to, I have a book that I'm listening to. It's a whole series, so there's like 8 or 9 books in the series. I'm really happy about that. That way I can just continuously listen to another book. I hate when series, oh, I did my nails again. I hate when series are over. Like, it makes me sad because then I have to find a new one, especially if I really like the series or really like the book. So I'm hoping that I really like this series. Who knows? Anyway, I will be back. All right, I know it's fogging up, but this is what the broth looks like now. So I'm gonna take out the chicken and all the vegetables, drain the broth, and then I'm going to take the chicken out. Well, no, it's already gonna be out, but don't mind the dirt. I'm cooking, so dirt gets on there. I can't help it. I'm going to then take the chicken and debone it and then cut the veggies and all that kind of stuff and start my chicken corn chowder. Super excited. I'll put you guys in the corner. Not like you're punished or anything, but I can talk to you guys with my phone over there when you're in the corner. But I love you. Don't worry, you're not being put in the corner. I'm just going to place you in there for a few minutes while I talk to you. I enjoy making my own broth rather than buying like stock or broth from the store because I always have frozen chicken in my freezer, so it's easy for me to make it. And then I store it. Then I'll like either freeze it or can it. No, I'm a flat out liar. I don't can broth. I've never canned broth. I do can other, what's it called? Other stuff or jar it, but I have not done broth. I'm always scared. I'm always scared to can meat. I never know if it's gonna spoil or not, but if there is an apocalypse, I have canned goods. We will survive on food. Now, I don't know how I'd be, defending myself, but I could at least barter with the food I have. So there was an update on Peter Mon from Backwoods Barbie. I just saw it. It was like a 4-minute video. I posted it on my community tab. Peter went on Twitter and he said that he had to be brought back to life over and over again. He's got a broken back, a bruised lung, lacerations like all over his body. He had a whole bunch of messed up things in his mouth. Like, he was hurt really bad. So, but he did say that, he will be back. He just doesn't know when, which is obvious. If anyone expects Peter to be back anytime soon, maybe he will like talk about his recovery, like his health recovery, but I mean, I'm sure there's just so much stuff going on for him. But I am so glad to see that, because I did get a comment that he passed away and I was like, I did not hear that. I did not hear that Peter passed away. I watch all of his channels, his review channels, his book channel. I mean, I literally watch all of him. And when you watch somebody all the time on YouTube, you truly feel like you're part of their lives. You really do. So I would have been devastated. I really would have been just so sad if he had passed. And I'm so grateful that it was him that came out with his update. So no one is like making stuff up or exaggerating or just kind of like insinuating what happened or what's going on with him. I'm super glad that he did the update. You guys are so funny. In my comment section, because I just put up my video, my vlog, and I was saying how I was hearing something in my attic and you guys made me laugh so hard. You guys were like, just leave it there. It's a welcome gift for your landlord. You make me laugh. Anyway, I just thought that was funny. So, I also got a comment from, a lot of you guys are commenting like, just ignore her. You don't have to say anything to her. Or a lot of you say like, just be nice. You guys, I have always been nice to her. I have never been unkind. I've always been gracious and nice. Like, I've never caused any issues. Even when things broke in the house, I like never even went to them. We had flooding in this house like for 3 months. I mean, really bad flooding. And finally they fixed it after 3 months. But I wasn't like going after them like crazy when it was flooding. I remember calling Ann and being like, it's to my knees. So like, I've never been unkind to them. I also, we had the dryer and our microwave broke. And when it was Matt that told them about the dryer and the microwave. So when she called me and asked me about the dryer, like to call people, she wanted to know what was wrong with it. And then she was like, and what's wrong with the microwave? And I said, I don't know. It just doesn't have any power to it. The power completely stopped. And I said to her, I was like, I don't use the microwave often, but it just doesn't work. And she says, that doesn't make any sense. I literally have to give my microwaves away. They last that long. And I was like, okay. And to this day, this was like over a year ago. To this day, our microwave is still not fixed. And I had to bring this one in and put it on my counter because the microwave is right here and it's broke. She still didn't fix it. She was literally like, didn't believe me. like that I had purposely broke it myself. So like, you guys, I've always been nice. I'm not a mean person. I'm just not. I'm not a mean person. What the heck was that? I don't know. I also know that she's going through a lot, so I don't want to make her life any harder. The listing that she gave me the other day, yesterday, I'm taking it as her just, wanting to help us. Like, I didn't say anything back to her, but, taking it as she wants to give us help. I'm not being mean. I'm not saying anything back to her. It's just easier that way. All right, so, my loves, I'm going to drain the broth and just drain it. This is how much it made. I'm going to show you guys. I need 4 cups. Probably isn't 4 cups, but it's enough. Like, look how rich and beautiful that color is. It's amazing. I poured half of it on the counter. Good job. Okay, so now that oh look, you guys, it's almost 4 cups exactly. Almost 4 cups exactly. If I did not spill half of this on the counter, I think I would have had them. Okay, it wasn't half, it was a lot, but not half. This is what I do, so that way if you want to make this yourself, you can. You need 3 to 4 cups of chicken broth. Then you have that ready. You need to have 2 cups of diced or shredded chicken. You need 2 cups milk, a 1/4 cup flour, a 1/4 cup butter, and 1.5 teaspoons salt, 1 cup corn, 1 cup carrots, 2 cups potatoes, and you bring the chicken broth to a boil. You reduce the heat, add potatoes, carrots, corn, salt, and pepper, cover and simmer for 10 minutes. In another pan, you're gonna melt the butter, add the flour, and mix it well. Then you slowly add the milk and cook until it thickens. You stir in the cheese and you mix it, and you mix until it's melted. Then you add the cheese milk mixture and the cooked chicken to the vegetables and stir and combine and cook, and then just cook it until it's ready and all hot. That's how you make it. I'll do like a finished product for you guys, but if I was to do the whole thing, this vlog would literally be about 2 hours long, and y'all don't need none of that. So I'm just going to finish what I'm doing, get it all ready so I can cook it, and then I will be back to show you guys the finished product. I have decided to stop talking about my landlord. Just stop in general speaking about her and not saying anything like about her, because I'm not really sure if I can get in trouble. Do any of you guys know? Are you allowed to speak about certain things without getting in trouble? I don't know. And I don't need to get in trouble right now. The last thing I need is to get in trouble. I don't know. And I'm not sure if what I'm saying I could get in trouble for. Like her sending me text messages or like what's going on with the house. I'm not really sure if I'm allowed to say stuff like that. So I'm not going to say anything anymore because I just started having like a tiny baby anxiety attack over it. And like I started worrying myself like, oh, now you're going to go to jail. Now you're going to end up going to court because you wouldn't shut your big mouth. And then I'm going to end up in jail. And the last thing I need, or last thing my kids need, is me going to jail. I mean, who's going to feed them? Who's going to take care of them? I don't know.